We're here for a couple of videos today. Tomorrow is election day, and if you guys haven't voted yet, definitely do so today or tomorrow. It'd be probably a good idea because, well, I don't really think, we're going to know who won tomorrow anyways. The Democrats are already calling to say, hey, basically, tomorrow nobody's gonna know. Actually, if they're gonna claim it's Biden, oh yeah, but we're gonna say Biden won. We're gonna say Biden. But if Trump claims he won, no, we can't have that. We can't have any of that. So it's gonna be a bit chaotic. That's for sure. But first, let's talk about kind of what's going on with the election a bit. Up first, we got Maxine Waters. Apparently, she will never ever forgive black people if they choose to vote for Trump. So, black people, I guess, you'll have Maxine Waters very, very angry at you, I guess. She will never ever forgive you if you decide to vote for Trump, man. Oh, no. And Maxine Waters is trash anyway, so who cares? Vote for whoever you want. That's for sure. Don't let Maxine Waters tell you otherwise. Next thing we got from Gateway Pundit. Far-left Twitter identifies only 7 approved outlets to announce the presidential election results. Everyone else will be flagged. It says Twitter has waged a jihad against conservatives and a jihad against the truth since Donald Trump won the election in 2016. Since that time, it has been well documented that Twitter has silenced, censored, and banned conservative content. Meanwhile, violent content and threats by radical far-left extremists like Antifa and Black Lives Matter goes mostly untouched. And there's a lot of people from on the left basically saying, hey, we're going to cause chaos, we're going to cause destruction, and that stays up on Twitter. So, yeah, there's a huge bias. Huge bias. They got via Axios. Twitter on Monday provided more details about its policies around tweets that declare election results and named the 7 outlets it will lean on to help it determine whether a race is officially called. The list includes ABC News, AP, CNN, CBS News, Decision Desk, HQ, Fox News, and NBC News. All outlets that experts agree have verified unbiased decision desks calling elections. Our thought bubble. Some conservatives have alleged that Twitter is biased against them. In the past few weeks, data from the Stanford Cable TV Analyzer shows that Fox News has discussed Jack Dorsey and Big Tech's censorship at length. Fox News Decision Desk is considered very authoritative and is highly respected amongst media and politics insiders. By including Fox News Decision Desk in this list, Twitter is saying that it believes its Decision Desk is verified and legitimate. Details. Twitter previously said that it would require either an announcement from state election officials or a public projection from at least 2 authoritative national news outlets that make independent calls about the race before letting tweets about the results go by unlabeled. If one of the 7 outlets tweets from its main handle a result before another outlet from the group of 7 confirm it, Twitter won't label that tweet. If a reporter or any Twitter user tweets a result without citing one of the select outlets for its decision, that tweet may be labeled. The Twitter label will say official sources may not have called the race when this tweeted. Find out more. Let me just reread that one because that threw me off when they added that extra will in there because people don't have copy editors apparently. The Twitter label will say official sources may not have called the race when this tweeted. Find out more. That label will link to Twitter's curated elections information hub. So they're already trying to claim, nobody else besides these select people are allowed to say anything about the election until after it's been called. Who knows when that'll be? That could be a month from now. So are we just supposed to all sit in the dark and wait? Just continue to wait? Well, I won't. That's for sure. We got then from Breitbart. Kamala Harris urges illegal migrants to help elect Joe Biden. Senator Kamala Harris promised Sunday to reduce detention space for migrants as she asked an illegal immigrant activist to help Joe Biden win the election. It says, I'm undocumented. I can't vote. What can we do during this election to help make sure that we get you elected? Asked Astrid Silva, who was brought into the United States as a child by her illegal migrant parents. You can tell people who can vote what life is like for you now and what life can be like, Vice President nominee Harris told the Nevada-based political organizer who runs the pro-amnesty Dream Big Nevada group, adding that we are committed to shutting down private detention centers and ending policies that have been about separating children from their parents at the border. You realize most of these children that are separated pretty much came over on coyotes? Oh, wait, sorry. You guys just think that's an animal and not, a term used for human smugglers across the southern border. So, is Kamala Harris saying for illegals to actually try to vote, try to get them elected? I mean, not necessarily. She can't just go outright and say it, but she'll definitely use as many illegal people as possible to try to win the election, apparently. We also then got Kamala Harris has done a fantastic job, I guess, over the past couple of days to really show that she's for pretty much communism, I guess, at this point. Kamala Harris promotes socialism 2 days ahead of election. Equitable treatment means we all end up at the same place. Senator Kamala Harris, California, made a final pitch for socialist ideology 2 days before the presidential election, posting a video explaining the difference between equality and equity and concluding that equitable treatment means we all end up at the same place. Yeah, I don't know about you, but having everybody end up at the very same place at the end doesn't actually work. Say one person decides to work more than the other and they end up at the same place. Well, that's not very equal, is it? That's not fair. Okay. Well, I don't know. It's not that much of a problem if we can try to get everyone to start at the same place. That's not bad. But if someone's willing to do more work and try to strive to be better, they shouldn't end up at the same place as, I don't know, maybe like a crackhead Hunter Biden or something. Well, I mean, I guess Hunter Biden is making millions and millions and millions, just with his father trying to sell out the country. So, I mean, I'm the one just sitting here, just in my room, talking about videos. And it's very equal. We have it, isn't it? Isn't it? Maybe I should just sell out the country, because then I'll start making millions. Right, Biden? Wink, 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 wink. Right. Kamala Harris, equality of outcome video slammed as communism pitch. A video made and shared by Democratic vice presidential candidate. Senator Kamala Harris is causing a stir on Twitter for arguing in favor of the communist principle of equality of outcome. The cartoon video shared on Harris's Twitter Sunday afternoon featured two men, one white and one black, who were staring up at a mountain they were attempting to climb. Both men are given the same length rope. The problem, however, is that the white man is standing by the end of his rope while the black man is at the bottom of a cliff and unable to reach his rope. The California senator narrates the video in which she begins to say, there's a big difference between equality and equity. Equality suggests, everyone should get the same amount. The problem with that is not everybody's starting out from the same place. So if we're all getting the same amount, but you started out back there and I started out over here, we could get the same amount, but you're still going to be that far back behind me, she said, as the white man climbed the mountain while the black man watched from below. I mean, who's to say that the black man is, down below that person? Who's to say they might just be on a different side of the mountain and the curves are slightly different? Maybe the other guy should try to find a different option and a different path. Maybe instead of just trying to climb the cliff, you should, I don't know, maybe make a ladder to then get yourself up there. There's many different options than just saying, we just need to get everybody up on equal footing. And then they're going to end up the same at the very end. So what's the point in even trying then? Seriously, what would be the point in trying if I end up at the exact same place as someone who did less than me? Let's move on. From Just the News, Biden says he will collaborate with communist China on public health and climate change. Says U.S. will work with Beijing when it's in our interest. Coming from the person who's literally selling out our country for millions of dollars, yeah, Joe Biden will sell us out to China in a heartbeat. Just Just like that. In a heartbeat. Yeah, says Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden earlier this month vowed as president to cooperate with the communist Chinese government in key policy areas when it's in the U.S.'s interest, or is it when it's in his interest where he can make tons of money? I don't think he's really going to care about the American people. He'll sell us all out to make that quick buck. That's for sure. We got from Daily Mail, the man who could be president, America's next president in 3 days. Barack Obama had to call Joe Biden 3 times before he finally emerged at Michigan rally, then had to remind him to put his mask back on and help guide him off the stage. This is what we want? This is who we want as president? The guy who can't even hear anything, and he can't even figure out how to get off the stage, and he can't even follow the rules that he claims he follows? I mean, I don't know. He also can't even speak, because who knows what a pressure is, because hell if I know. Hell if I know. He even called himself grandma. He thinks he's the grandmother out of the relationship. Oh, I mean, he corrected himself afterwards, but I mean, I don't know if you should really call yourself a grandma. On top with this gaffe and that gaffe and all these others, and you don't know where you're going, and you need help getting everywhere, and you need Barack Obama to pretty much do it all for you, because you don't seem to really have the energy to do it. That's what we want as our president? Someone who will be pushed around by these other world leaders? I sure as hell don't, because otherwise we're going to be ruled by communist China in a matter of, I don't know, a couple of months. I guess that's if Joe Biden even stays as president that long, because, I mean, who knows? They'll probably invoke the 25th Amendment. They'll get him out of office. Kamala Harris will come in. She'll probably just say, oh, well, I'll do Hillary Clinton as my VP, and then I'm sure Kamala Harris will, I don't know, be suicided or something. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a plan to still try to make Hillary Clinton as president. In which case, we'll probably end up going into World War III at that. I would not be surprised under Hillary Clinton. She's a huge warmonger, and she's destroyed so many countries who she claims she helped. No, she just stole a bunch of donations and ran away with it. Up next from Daily Mail, we got condescending Lady Gaga is slammed for appearing as a redneck in video trying to drum up support for Joe Biden in battleground states. So, I mean, if you saw the video, it's pretty cringe. It looks like she's just reading off of a card that's off to the side. She completely wastes a beer. I don't even know what she's really dressing as. I don't even know. It's a pretty cringe video. And, yeah, it just kind of makes her look more like a shill, more than anything. Just a huge shill. From Breitbart then, we've got Joe Biden mistakes own Delaware Blue Hens jacket for Philadelphia Eagles and calls himself grandmom. Joe Biden tried to brandish his Eastern Pennsylvania credentials on Sunday and botched it when he misstated the team on his jacket. Speaking in Philadelphia, Biden said, I was very happy to have the moniker of being Pennsylvania's 3rd senator. I married a Philly girl, by the way. Then he looked down at his chest and added, I've got my Eagles jacket on, but it wasn't. It's an actual Delaware Blue Hens coat. As you can actually see here, those two actually look very similar, and that's definitely not an eagle. And then it says, at a later stop, Biden introduced his granddaughter, Finnegan Biden. It says, and I am Finnegan Biden's grandmom, he told the group at a surprise campaign stop in the same city. That's her grandmom, he corrected, referring to Jill Biden, and I'm her grandpop. Yeah, you're... And he's yelling at all these. If you actually watch these rallies, he's like yelling at you. He's either hyped up on drugs to an extreme, or dementia is really starting to set in, or it's probably a combination of both. And this is elder abuse. This is legit elder abuse. They are literally using this just dementia-striven old man to push for their own agenda because he doesn't even know what he's doing anymore. Whatever. I mean, it's gonna be a chaotic couple of days here. We're not gonna know who won. There's gonna be riots. I mean, we'll get into it in the next video, but I mean, the White House is already preparing for the riots. They've got not scalable fences going, and yet all the businesses are boarding up in major cities. It's going to be chaotic. That's all I'm going to say. I'll leave it there. We got one more video coming up. I will see you then. Bye.